For years, the Linux community has had a go-to answer for anyone wanting a quick and easy switch to Linux: Linux Mint. It's been seen as the reliable workhorse that just works. But as you probably know, there are as many Linux distros as stars in the sky, and the one we're going to talk about today can seriously rival Linux Mint as the beginner-friendly entry point. I'm Oscar, the super user, and today I'll be showing you Zorin OS 18. After racking up millions of downloads and generating a ton of buzz, something big is happening here. Zorin is making a serious claim as the ultimate destination for former Windows users. It's coming for the crown with absolutely stunning looks, unique features designed specifically for beginners, and the promise of a truly premium experience. So today we're doing a deep dive into Zorin OS 18. We're going to break down everything that makes it a Linux Mint alternative. It looks good. And I mean really good. The very first thing you notice about any operating system is how it looks and feels. And Zorin OS is designed to impress right out of the box. Zorin uses a heavily customized version of GNOME, and it is gorgeous. It rocks a new floating panel, soft, rounded corners in all the windows, and buttery smooth animations that make the whole system feel alive and thoughtfully designed. It feels less like a simple tool and more like a premium, modern operating system a la macOS. But Zorin's real secret weapon is the Zorin Appearance app. With a single click, you can completely change your desktop to mimic layouts from Windows, without needing to install a single thing or dig through settings. This is Zorin's killer feature for beginners, the ultimate customization without the usual Linux complexity. And still, if you want to dig through settings, you can do so and change lots of things already, like the panel, the taskbar, etc. Exclusive features. An operating system is useless without software, and this is where Zorin's philosophy of catering to the new user truly shines. It gives you access to the massive Ubuntu software library and supports Flatpaks and Snaps right from the App Store, so you can easily install thousands of apps like Spotify or Steam. Snap packages have always been controversial, but at least the software store allows you to choose, which is something I don't usually see in other distros. It's either the native system packages with Flatpak, just Flatpak, or in the case of Ubuntu, the Debs and Snap packages. But Zorin just goes, look, I bundle mostly everything you might need, and then you just choose. Also, just like Linux Mint, you won't be needing the terminal for almost anything. I just opened it to see if it even exists, but that's just about it. Another nice feature is Zorin Connect, which seamlessly syncs your Android phone with your desktop and allows you to browse the phone's files, see its notifications, and even use it as a remote controller for the PC. It is basically the GS Connect extension for KDE Connect on other distributions, but here it is set up for you from the beginning. There is also a web app manager tool that lets you turn sites like Office 365 into desktop apps. This allows you to integrate the web apps into your system as if they were installed applications. Since nowadays there are a lot of services which offer web apps, this is quite a useful tool. Here I've used it to create a Photopea web app, which is a very good photo editor, which is browser only. A really nice feature is how it handles Windows applications, which is a huge hurdle for switchers. Zorin has a Windows app support feature built right in. The very first time you try to run a .exe file, Zorin automatically detects it, asks for permission, and sets up the entire compatibility layer for you in the background. If you don't know, there is a technology in Linux called Wine, which is a compatibility layer to run some Windows applications on Linux, and Zorin bundles it seamlessly into the system. In contrast, other systems like Linux Mint give you the tools but expect you to do the work. You can install Wine yourself, but you have to set it all up. Zorin is designed to hold your hand the whole way in this regard. It doesn't work with all apps though. I've tried installing Adobe Acrobat Reader and the Battle.net client, and they don't run. For a PDF reader, you would use one of the countless Linux alternatives, and for Battle.net, you would normally use something like Lutris or Forger's Launcher to get it working like I indicate in this video here. But what if you don't know that? Well, Zorin tells you. In fact, it has a database that will suggest a native Linux alternative if a good one exists. That way, if you want to move away from non-native applications, Zorin at least teaches you some good options to move to. For Adobe, it does tell me to use the already bundled document reader. And for Battle.net, it suggests to download Lutris. So not only does it make it easy, but Zorin also has this educational approach to Linux, which I find a nice touch because you'll be learning about free and open source alternatives without even noticing. And I think that's the best way to learn at the end of the day. Having fun learning without even realizing. And that's what I love about Zorin and today's sponsor, Brilliant, which even piques the interest of my 8-year-old son. I normally do a few lessons after lunch, and my son loves observing the puzzle or exercise and how I try to solve it. I have continued chugging along with the programming in Python course, and it's amazing to see how by just observing and a little bit of feedback on my part, he can actually help me out with some of the exercises. If you didn't know, Brilliant is a learning platform available on PC or mobile, which helps you excel in math and coding with step-by-step interactive lessons and personalized practice. You learn by doing and actually solving problems. The courses are crafted by world-class teachers from MIT, Harvard, Stanford, but basically people from all ages can understand them and start learning a skill that they've always wanted to acquire. If you want to try it out, you can learn for free on Brilliant for a full 30 days by going to brilliant.org/superusertech, scanning the QR code on screen, or clicking on the link in the description. Brilliant's also given our viewers 20% off an annual premium subscription, which gives you unlimited daily access to everything on Brilliant. Thank you, Brilliant, for making videos like these possible. Performance and hardware. Looks and apps are great, but they don't mean a thing if the system runs like a potato. So how does Zorin OS 18 perform? It's built on the exact same rock-solid Ubuntu 20.04 LTS foundation as many other top distros such as Linux Mint, which means it gets security updates all the way until 2029 and shares fantastic stability and hardware support. With its beautiful desktop and slick animations, Zorin OS is naturally a little bit thirstier, idling at approximately 1.2 gigabytes of RAM after a fresh boot. Let's be clear, on any modern machine with 8 gigs of RAM or more, you are not going to feel this at all. Zorin will feel every bit as snappy. However, this is where a lighter alternative like Linux Mint still shines. Its main Cinnamon version sits at around 1 gigabyte of RAM, and the XFCE edition can use as little as 850 megabytes. On an old laptop with only 4 gigs of RAM, that extra overhead might start to matter, giving Mint an edge for reviving relics. When it comes to hardware support, both Mint and Zorin use the hardware enablement stack from Ubuntu, and this means on brand new hardware, they can sometimes offer better support for the latest graphic cards or Wi-Fi chips right out of the box. It's a small touch, but it does ensure that most hardware is supported right from installation. So where do we land? Is Zorin OS the right choice for you? After this deep dive, it's clear that Zorin is tailor-made for a specific kind of user. You should choose Zorin OS if you care about how things look and want an OS that feels premium right out of the box, with zero tinkering required. You're also a total beginner, coming straight from Windows or macOS, and you want a system that really holds your hand. Zorin's built-in Windows app support and its one-click layout switcher are all designed to make your transition as absolutely painless as possible. Zorin OS is phenomenal, and it puts the first-time user experience above everything else. So, choosing between Linux Mint and Zorin OS is definitely quite hard because they are very similar and both offer a fantastic and accessible experience. It's the tiny differences which can sway you to one or the other, really. Have you tried Zorin OS? It has definitely surprised me in a very positive way, but I'd like to hear what you think about it. And at this point, it's always good to remember the terminal's wise words, even if you won't really see them in Zorin OS. With great power comes great responsibility.